What's up, everybody? This is Tech G back with another video to help you successfully pass the CompTIA A+ 1201 certification exam. So let's get into it. Our phones are practically extensions of ourselves, from texting and TikToking to managing bank accounts and emails. Mobile devices are how we connect, create, and survive in today's world. But when something goes wrong, it can feel like your entire day or life comes to a screeching halt. So if you're preparing for the CompTIA A+ 1201 exam, and you just want to stop your phone from acting up, then this video is for you. We're going to walk you through some of the most common mobile device issues you're likely to face, and more importantly, how to troubleshoot them. So with that being said, let's go. All right, so first things first, let's talk about poor battery health. So have you ever felt like your phone's battery goes from 100% to 15% in the blink of an eye? Well, if that's the case, that's probably poor battery health that's creeping in. And some signs are the battery drains quickly, the phone shuts off randomly, or the battery percentage jumps erratically. So exactly what's going on? Well, batteries, they degrade over time. So each charge cycle just takes a tiny toll, and eventually your phone just can't handle the charge like it used to. So here's how you can fix this. Well, you can go check your battery health status. So on an iPhone, go to your settings, battery and battery health. On Android, you can use a diagnostic app or some built-in settings. And then you can limit your background apps. You can turn off your location services when not needed. You can reduce your screen brightness or use battery saver mode. Or you can replace the battery if the health is severely degraded, and this is a common fix in some older phones. Another issue is a swollen battery. So if your phone looks like it's been lifting weights, then you need to take that seriously. So some of the signs are your phone case no longer fits properly, your screen is bulging out, or your phone heats up easily. So exactly what's going on? Well, swelling happens when a lithium-ion battery breaks down internally and starts producing gas. So how do you fix this? Well, you want to stop using the device immediately. And also, you do not want to puncture or press that battery. You want to take it to a repair center for safe removal and replacement. And then you want to dispose of the battery properly. So check your local electronic waste centers. Another issue is that of the broken screen. So if you ever dropped your phone face down and picked it up like it's a newborn baby, then you already know. So the signs are you got a cracked glass, an unresponsive touch, or you got lines or dead pixels on the display. How do you fix this? Well, first you have to assess the damage. Is it just cosmetic, or is the digitizer damaged as well? Also, you want to use a screen protector to further prevent cracking. And if possible, you want to replace the screen. There are DIY kits out there, but a professional replacement is recommended for water resistance and quality. Then there's the issue of an improper charge. So you plug this thing in, nothing happens. You wiggle the cord, nothing's still happening. Well, welcome to the frustrating world of charging issues. And some signs are your device charges slowly or it doesn't charge at all. It has intermittent charging, or the phone only charges with a specific cable at a certain angle. And the possible causes are you have a faulty charging port, you have a damaged charging cable, you got a software glitch, or you got a power source issue. How you can fix this, you can try a different charger in an outlet. You can clean the charging port using a soft brush or compressed air. You can inspect for damage inside the port. You can restart the device, or you can replace the port if it's physically damaged. And this is common in phones with a lot of wear and tear. Another issue is that of poor or no connectivity when it comes to Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and mobile data. So if you ever try loading something and the wheel just spins forever, then that's when you know your connectivity has taken a vacation. And some signs are your Wi-Fi won't connect, your Bluetooth won't pair, your mobile data is not working. So how do you fix this? You can toggle the airplane mode on and off. You can restart the device. You can forget and reconnect to networks. You can reset your network settings. You can update your firmware, or if it's a Bluetooth issue, you can unpair and repair the device. Now, sometimes the issue isn't you, it's the router or the network provider. So always check other devices on the same network for similar issues. Another issue is liquid damage. So water and phones just do not mix, period, point blank. And some signs are your phone won't turn on, your screen is flickering or it's dim, you have audio issues, or there is corrosion in the charging port or the SIM tray. How do you fix this? Well, you want to turn the device off immediately. You want to remove any accessories, your SIM card or memory cards. You want to place it in a dry, warm environment. You want to use silica gel packets because they're better than rice. And you do not want to use heat guns or blow dryers. And if it still doesn't work after drying out for 48 plus hours, then you need to take it to a professional to inspect it because some of the internal components may need to be replaced. Another issue is overheating. So phones, they can get warm, but if it feels like you can fry an egg on it, then something's wrong. So some signs are your device is hot to the touch. It randomly shuts down. Your applications keep crashing, and you keep getting on-screen overheating warnings. And some causes are you have resource-heavy applications that are running, your phone is sitting in direct sunlight, there's poor ventilation because you're using your phone up under the pillow or under the blankets, or you might have some malware. And how do you fix this? Well, you want to close any background applications. You want to avoid heavy gaming or 4K video in hot environments. You want to remove the case to help cool it. You want to restart your phone, and you want to check for rogue applications or malware. Now, if it overheats even with minimal use, then a deeper hardware or battery issue might be the problem. Another issue is the digitizer. So the digitizer, this is what translates your touch into action. And when it goes rogue, so does your ability to use the phone. And some signs are your touch inputs are not registering. Only part of your screen responds, or there are phantom touches, also known as ghost typing. How do you fix this? Well, you can restart the device. You can clean the screen thoroughly. You can remove the screen protector because sometimes that interferes with the sensitivity. You can boot into safe mode to rule out any application conflicts. You can do a factory reset as a last resort. And if all else fails, then it's likely a hardware issue and you'll need to have your digitizer replaced. Another issue is you have physically damaged the ports. So your charging port's not working, your headphone jack is acting weird. Well, the physical port might be damaged. And so some signs are the plug doesn't stay inserted, you have no audio through your headphones, or you cannot charge your device. So how do you fix this? Well, you want to check for debris, especially pocket lint. You want to use a flashlight and a toothpick to gently clean the port. You want to try a different cable. You want to inspect for bent or broken pins. And if it's damaged, then replacing your phone is usually the only fix. Then there's the issue of malware. And yes, mobile devices, they can get infected. And some signs are you'll have pop-ups everywhere, you'll have sluggish performance, you'll have applications that are installing themselves, and also your battery might be draining unusually fast. Well, how do you fix this? Well, you can boot into safe mode if supported. You can uninstall suspicious applications. You can install some reputable mobile antivirus software. You can clear your cache and your storage, or you can do a factory reset if the infection is deep or persistent. Now, if this is an issue you're dealing with, for future reference, when it comes to downloading applications, you only want to download applications from trusted places like Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Another issue you might experience is cursor drift or touch calibration issues. So if you ever try to tap on one thing and your phone taps something else, well, that's not a ghost. That is a calibration issue. And some signs are you have an inaccurate touch response, you got phantom movements on the screen, or you got difficulty typing. So how do you fix this? Well, you can reboot the device, you can remove the screen protector, you can use the built-in calibration tools that are on some Androids, you can update the operating system, or you can do a factory reset if needed. Now, if you're dealing with this issue on an older or a budget phone, then this could also be a sign of screen or digitizer wear. Another issue is your inability to install new applications. So an application won't install no matter how many times you tap download. Well, that's a red flag. And some signs are you get an error message saying insufficient storage, or the app is not compatible, or the application never finishes downloading, or the store won't load. Well, how do you fix this? Well, you can clear the application store cache. You can free up some storage space. You can check for application compatibility. You can update the device software, and you can restart and try again. Now, if it persists, you want to try downloading over a different network like Wi-Fi instead of mobile data, or you can use a VPN to rule out regional issues. Another mobile device issue is your stylus does not work. So for all of you out there who use a stylus with your Galaxy Note, and some of you tablet folks out there, a non-working stylus is a buzzkill. Here are some signs that you got a bad stylus. So you have no on-screen reaction to your stylus input, your pressure sensitivity is gone, and the buttons on your stylus is not working. So how do you fix this? You want to check the battery in the stylus if applicable. You want to repair your Bluetooth connection, restart the device, check for any firmware updates, and inspect for damage or dirt on the tip. Now, if none of that works, then you may need to replace your stylus or your digitizer. And then there's degraded performance. So when your device starts moving like it's stuck in molasses, then you know something's up. And some signs are you got laggy interference, your applications keep crashing or freezing, or it's slow to boot. How do you fix this? Well, you want to restart the device. You want to clear your cache partition, especially on an Android. You want to close or uninstall resource-heavy applications. You want to free up some storage. You want to disable animations, and you want to update the operating system. Now, if it's still lagging, then this could be time for a factory reset, or just simply go out there and get a new phone if it's just old hardware that's showing its age. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap all this up. So whether you're studying for the CompTIA A+ certification or just tired of your phone acting like it needs therapy, knowing how to troubleshoot these issues is a game changer. Here's the best part. You don't need to be a genius to know how to do this. You just need a little patience, a logical approach, and a willingness to learn. Because every issue we covered just ties back to one core principle. Start with the obvious, isolate the variable, and always test your theory. Mobile devices, these are just mini computers, and the more you practice with real-world problems, the better you'll get at diagnosing and fixing them. And who knows, you might even become the go-to tech person in your circle. So the next time your screen cracks, your battery swells, or your Wi-Fi ghosts you, do not panic. Just take a breath, pull out your toolkit, and get to work. Now, with all that being said, let's do some check on learning. So our first question is, a user reports that their phone screen is bulging out slightly and the back of the device feels unusually warm. What is the most likely cause? Is this a swollen battery, a malware infection, poor Wi-Fi connectivity, or a broken digitizer? And the correct answer is this is a swollen battery. So a bulging screen and excessive heat are signs of a swollen lithium-ion battery, which is potentially dangerous. And this occurs due to internal chemical breakdown producing gas inside the battery. In the device, it should be powered down and taken to a professional for safe battery replacement. Next question. A mobile device can only charge when the cable is positioned at a certain angle. What is the most likely issue? Is it an overheating CPU, improper charging due to a faulty charging port, malware corrupting the power settings, or a touchscreen calibration problem? And the correct answer is improper charging due to a faulty charging port. So when the device only charges at a specific angle, it usually points to physical damage or looseness in the charging port. Over time, frequent plugging and unplugging this can wear out or damage the port, requiring cleaning or a full replacement. And our final question is, a user complains that their stylus is no longer functioning with their tablet. What should you check first? Should you check whether the digitizer is cracked, if the device has malware, if the stylus battery or Bluetooth is pairing, or if the device has enough RAM? And the correct answer is the stylus battery or Bluetooth pairing. So stylus functionality, this often relies on battery power and or Bluetooth connectivity, depending upon the model. Now, before assuming a hardware failure, it's important to check whether the stylus needs charging or repairing with the device.